We're in New York at G&R Deli trying one of the best Italian delis in the entire country. They're known for their viral Italian ice cream cone sandwich. It's essentially meatballs stuffed into a seeded bun, topped with Parmesan cheese. The owner, Carolina, has been running this shop for 50 years. It's a family-owned spot. It's actually madness. They're doing some of the largest sandwiches I've ever seen in my life, and we're about to go eat a massive feast. Let's go check it out.
Let me tell you about a girl who knows she is my baby and she lives next door. Every morning before the sun comes up, she brings my coffee in my favorite cup. That's why I know, yes I know, hallelujah, I just love her so.
This is the summer wind sandwich, chicken cutlet mozzarella and my summer wind tomato salad. This is the Godfather with all imported Italian cold cuts, prosciutto, spressata, gabagool, mortadella. It has sun-dried peppers imported from Italy and our fresh mozzarella. This is the King of New York. It has arugula, prosciutto cotto, which is an Italian imported ham with imported primo salo cheese with olives, arugula, and hot pepper in there. And I put these stuffed breadcrumb peppers and some Calabrian chili peppers. This one I don't have a name for, but it's a good sandwich. It has
it's just the delicious one.
Sandwich.
You guys do some of the most delicious looking sandwiches and products, prepared foods I've ever seen. Where did you learn this? Who taught you? Because I want to be eating at your house.
You know what? Everyone asks that. They're like, oh, did you go to like culinary school? No. Like my mother and father were both born in Italy. Then they came here. When we were kids, we didn't go out to eat. Everything was made home. Everything was made fresh. Even if you didn't know how to cook, you knew how to cook by just watching. When I grew up with my grandmother in the house, my mother was working. You know, we grew up 6 kids in the house. It was always a big pot of something cooking on the stove every night.
Every dinner, and everyone's hands on.
So when I cook something at home, like I don't know how to cook something small. Everything's got to be huge. Like, who you feeding?
That
like,
makes sense because these are the largest sandwiches created. This one sandwich is bigger than my whole body. Over under is 3.75 is the line, and I'm going over. Oh.
You're saying 3.75.
Let's go! Boom!
That's a 4-pound sandwich.
4 pounds of meat and cheese in this thing. Damn! Don't mess with the king. I'm 2-0. When I take the over-unders in the kitchen, you ride with me.
There's not many places where you can go get a 4-pound sandwich.
We really use fresh products. I take pride in what I put at it. What I'm going to serve at home is what I'm going to serve here. I'm not going to put stuff out that I'm not going to eat myself. You're not going to get anything cheap. I don't skim.
You have a sandwich recently that has taken over the internet. The Italian ice cream cone.
I was making meatballs since I was maybe 9-10 years old, and I made that meatball cone, and then you came in and you really blew it up.
So this is the video that we did.
I'll never get a vacation.
This did 10 million views on just Instagram, another 7 on TikTok. I'm so curious the impact of the video after we posted it. What unfolded?
It went from maybe selling 30, 40 of them to selling over 200 a day.
That's insane.
Wow. That's crazy.
This is a video of her grandma hand making meatballs. When was this?
Oh my God. Maybe 40 years ago.
Look at how dialed in her grandma looks, just rolling up meatballs. You're not walking into pretty much any other deli in New York and seeing them fresh make the marinara sauce in the back, fresh make the mozzarella. When you see them hand making the mozzarella in the back, you know you're at the right deli. Look at how creamy this mozzarella is. It's the creamiest mozzarella I've ever seen. Cut a piece, and it just drips down because they're making it fresh in the back. And it's a little warm because it's so fresh. We're used to cold mozzarella because it sits in a fridge. It's really unlike any mozzarella I've ever tried in my life. It's warm, it's extra salty, it's really milky, it's really thick, so delicious. Like, this is what real mozzarella tastes like. We have the viral Italian ice cream cone sandwich being made right here. Essentially, she takes her absolutely beautiful bread, rips the middle out, and then dunks in meatballs with the fresh homemade mozz on top. It's just cheesy and delicious. Oh my God. That looks insane. That looks insane. When have you ever seen a sandwich like this in your entire life? And the name is perfect. It's literally the Italian ice cream cone.
And now we have the sprinkles.
Wow. That's the best sprinkles in the world, fresh shaved farm. This might be one of the most innovative sandwiches I've ever seen, and probably the most unique sandwich I've ever seen. A lot of people are saying these are the best meatballs they've ever had in their life. Cheers. Oh my god. Holy shit. That's almost not real how good that meatball is. It is so soft and juicy, and the fresh made mozz on top is insane. And then you hit it with a little Parmesan cheese, and the bread just soaks up that homemade marinara. Wow. I think that's the best meatball I've ever had in my life. It makes sense. It's the owner's grandma's recipe. It's been passed down for like 2 generations, regardless of where you live. You could be in the Amazon jungle. You need to come to G&R and try these meatballs and try this Italian ice cream cone. Look at how juicy and soft this meatball is. This is a cool touch. So when there was a UFC fight in New York, Joe Rogan came here just as a guest, and he loved it so much that they have a Joe Rogan sandwich menu with 3 of his favorite sandwiches. And Caroline, you were saying now every time Joe's in New York, you guys cater.
My brother John goes down and he brings them sandwiches.
That's awesome. Joe Rogan's a pretty big foodie, so if he's creating a custom sandwich menu at an Italian deli, it's probably pretty good. I'm curious, might need to do a little taste test, see if Joe knows what he's talking about with food. I just want you guys to take a second and appreciate how absolutely massive these sandwiches are. All right, we got chicken cutlet, fresh made mozzarella with a tomato salad on top. I watched them in the back hand make all these cutlets and then fry them fresh up to order. This is also supposedly Joe Rogan's favorite sandwich in New York. Wow.
There's so much chicken on it.
She put 5 whole chicken cutlets on this one sandwich. It almost doesn't make sense. Take a look at that. Wow.
That's a damn good chicken cutlet, bro.
It's seasoned really well, and it's not too thin. Sometimes you got a thin, chewy cutlet, and that's the worst. It's the perfect thickness, and their homemade mozz is just not fair. It's the way mozzarella is intended to be made. It's thick, it's warm, it's salty, it's rich.
You have easily the best mozzarella I've ever had.
I agree. People are gonna say, oh, you're crazy. This is better than any mozzarella I had in Italy, right?
Well, it was also made fresh 5 minutes ago.
They're hand making in the back.
Which helps, definitely. No.
Bomb. And then the tomato salad on top gives it a nice summer punch. And don't get me started about bread. This bread is perfect. It's the best bread I've had on a sandwich. It holds everything together so well.
The fact that there's literally 3 layers of chicken cutlet. Most sandwiches you get is 1 chicken cutlet.
It's game over. I'm officially declaring G&R Deli as the best Italian deli in New York.
Yeah, chef approved.
Yes, chef approved. I'll stand on that. 10 toes down and 10 fingers down. I'll bear crawl on that.
I follow you.
What's going on?
My coworker told me about this restaurant. I didn't think I'm sorry.
No way.
Oh my god, yo, dude, I love what you do.
Thank you
I
so
love
much.
what y'all do. You the best.
Thank
You the
you.
best.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie, because of you, I tried a lot of new places just because of you. Just pan fried chicken was the first place I tried.
Pan fried, so good.
As soon as I saw your video, I'm like, man, I gotta try that. I went over there. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely give this video a like. Get ready for that like. Get ready for that like.
We know we got one like.
I got goosebumps under here. You have to give me.
Thank you so much.
I love you.
Seriously.
You are something else.
This is one of the best gifts I've ever received in my entire life. He runs the Go.
Go basketball on the go.
They make basketballs. He made a custom Yes Chef Jack's dining room basketball. That's insane. That is so cool. Seriously, that means so much.
I didn't know you liked it that much.
No, this means a lot to me. Thank you so much.